Is Gary V getting into the NFT space with his own line of NFTs coming out soon? I'm hearing rumblings about it. Let's talk about this. Hello to all my collectibles friends, my NFT friends. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Kind of an impromptu video. I've been watching this very closely, this development here over the last couple of days, and something that I've heard of and kind of figured was coming, that I've seen on Gary Vaynerchuk's Twitter feed and in his IG, and it's built around NFTs. For those that do not know Gary Vaynerchuk, he is he's a businessman, but he's also highly motivational, very charismatic. He's big into the Sportcards space, which is where a lot of this channel lives. We spend a lot of time talking about it. And so Gary V he's all about collectibles and all about just kind of finding your own happiness. And you know, I'll be honest, he was a big motivator behind me starting this YouTube channel, because he's out there front and center saying, hey, if there's something you're really passionate about, enjoy your life, live for today, make it happen. And so I'm very thankful to Gary V for all that he's done to kind of help motivate me and get me off my butt and making videos. So I look up to Gary, and I think that he has a good heart and good intentions. And so that's why this is a very interesting project that is coming out. Gary has been front and center about NFTs really since probably the beginning of the year, maybe a little bit, maybe late last year, but really the beginning of this year. And you've seen, I mean, NBA Top Shot has gone absolutely ballistic, way exceeded expectations over the last few months. You've got Beeple that's selling $69 million art pieces, or an art piece. You know, there's a huge kind of run on digital art, and Gary is big on it. He's talking about it, but he's doing it in a careful way, in the sense that he has said, look, 98% of NFT projects will fail. And he kind of compares it to the .com bubble in the late 90s, early 2000s, where you just had, you know, a run on .com companies trying to go public, trying to raise money, and 98% of them went out of business. Of course, you have Amazon and eBay that have survived those times and done very well, but they were the exception to the rule in that time period. So Gary, it looks like, is coming out with his own project, and he's marketing it as May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It is going to be coming out. And I think the thing to watch here, and a lot of people are going to be watching, is it a cash grab, kind of like what we've seen with other athletes or celebrities? It just seems like a very easy way to make a lot of money, frankly. And to be honest, I'm not knocking them for it. If you have these opportunities, we live in a capitalistic society. If you have the opportunity to make it happen, then by all means. But Gary kind of runs his business and kind of his deal on community and bringing up others and kind of being a sharer, you know, of it all. So I'm interested to see, because he's not that guy. He's a long-term thinker. And so I've got to believe that there is some added utility to these things. There's got to be something to this NFT project that's special, that's different than other NFT projects. And that is what I'm watching for. That's what a lot of people are watching for. There is a belief among, you know, people that are getting into the NFT space, whether it's NBA Top Shot or, you know, I mean, there's countless projects, the digital art projects, and there's more and more coming out each day. There's so much happening in that space. And Gary V is a big believer that this is kind of the third part of the internet age. You know, we had early to mid 90s with the beginnings of the internet. And then, you know, it's evolved from there. And now he really thinks that NFTs are kind of the next big thing in the internet space. And that is what a lot of people are excited about with NBA Top Shot, for example, is the potential of utility for these particular moments. Can you use them at games? Can you use them in a virtual reality game or an arcade game? There's all sorts of speculation, future potential, and it's tied also into digital currencies as well. I mean, we talk about, of course, digital assets and digital collectibles, but it's all tied into kind of, the ETH, the Bitcoin, and all of the digital currencies as well. It all kind of works together. And I think that there are people that are kind of speculating, including myself, frankly, that the future will look a little bit different. There will be space for digital products, digital currencies, etc. We don't know exactly how those things will be used, but this is kind of an opportunity to get in early on some of these things. And it might feel like some of that stuff is, we're getting in late, but it just depends. I mean, depending on how everything evolves, we still might be in kind of its infancy right now. And so that's why this Gary V project is going to be really, really interesting to watch how he utilizes it. How is he going to build on it? And he's essentially been doodling for the last month. If you go on his Twitter space, you go on his IG account, I'll put up some pictures. But he's been, doodling, positive pelican and, perspective penguins, or, he's got all these different doodles because he said that he used to doodle all the time in class. That was something, kind of that he used to do in his youth that he really enjoyed. And so it's kind of bringing that full circle for him. I'm very, very eager and curious to kind of see how it does all kind of work together and what his end game is with it and what it all entails. I'm very curious to see. And also, does it take off on the secondary market as well? I assume that there will be, these things will be bought and sold secondary market. Will they be limited? I assume they will be. How is he going to do it? How is he going to pull it off? What do you guys think? For those of you that follow Gary V, what's your take on this? Do you think that do you think this is a money grab? Or do you think that he's going to kind of do what he normally does, tie in his community to it, and make something kind of special out of it with really kind of a long-term game plan thinking in place? I think it's going to be the latter. I think there's going to be a lot of community tied to it. I think it'll be smartly done, but, who knows? Maybe it'll be kind of a quick cash grab thing. I hope not. I hope that there is more to it. I'm excited to see more on Cinco de Mayo on May 5th. Let me know if you guys are interested in this project. Is it something you're following? Let me know in the comments. I'm eager to kind of hear about this and NFTs in general. What NFT platforms are you excited about? What are you using? Let's get into the NFT conversation for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing day.